Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, ladies. I hope everyone is doing well. What's your tea? Did you miss me? I surely missed you. But I will tell you something, girl. I've been tired. Girl, here's the tea. Honey, anytime that the seasons change, anytime that the weather changes, girl, feels like I'm going through the change. And it wipes me out, hunty. Yes. Hello, 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 hello. It's good to see you all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Anwar White. I'm a dating coach for Black and brown women, and I'm here to get your dating life together, girl. We gotta level up. Dating is the hardest that it's ever been, but I wanna make sure that I am giving you what you need to succeed. And I literally get DMs every day talking about, oh my God, thank you so much. I have much more confidence, or I got my guy, or what happened, whatever may happen, right? So in these sessions, what I generally do is, girls, put your questions in the chat. It can be about love, dating, relationships, men, women, whatever, I don't care. And I will answer them in the order that I see them so that we can continue to help you get your guy. That's really what my programs are all about, and what I'm all about. As many of you may know, you know, I try to be as generous as possible. I try to be as generous as possible with my videos and things like that because I want you all to succeed. Now, the difference between my videos and my dating program is that we go much deeper, right? This is just kind of a sliver. This is like 5%, honey. This isn't like much of anything. So if you want to go deeper, you can definitely go to the link in my bio and book a consultation call if you're interested in working with me. If not, no pressure. Girl, we're booked and busy myself. Like, girl, every day it's another woman coming in, so it's amazing. But the girls are getting their guys. This week and in the last 3 days, it's been 3 exclusive relationships. Last week it was 4 exclusive relationships. And the week before that it was 5 exclusive relationships. So, honey, the girls are making it happen in my program. And if that is something that is of interest to you, definitely come, join, honey. We're having fun. We're talking our ish. We're flirting. We're bantering. And we're making dating more fun. Because I know y'all are treating dating like work, honey. And a lot of y'all are talking to these guys as if you're in the HR department. Don't do that, girl. So if you want to learn how to engage a bit more and have that confidence, honey, definitely book a call. That's what it's all about. And if there's anything that I share, any answers that I give that really resonate with you, heart, tap the screen, double tap, triple tap, like it up, honey, because that's what it's about at the end of the day. Okay? Yes, honey, HR, honey. The gag is you can either be part of the HR department, HR mode, or you can be the personality hire. And in dating, you want to be the personality hire. Okay? Okay, with that said, let me see what y'all are talking about. Hey, Joanne. KK said, it's been so long, good to see you. Yes, girl, I was tired last week. I have to tell you all something. Oh, I am Dominica said, thank you for recommending the show Queenie. It was a great insight. Girls, let me tell you something. Ladies, let me tell you something. I get people that are trying to partner with me each and every day. And I really don't do that shit because it feels like kind of selling out. But they showed me this show and I was like, there are so many people that want to, need to see this journey of a Black woman navigating the ups and downs of dating and life. And so I was like, yes, I will partner with you on this. And so I definitely want to encourage you all to watch that show Queenie on Hulu. Came out June 7th. So check it out for sure. Yeah. So I'm glad that that was something that was great for you. Okay, and thank you all so much for the likes here. Um, so, but girl, I was tired last week. Girl, I was still partnering with Hulu last week. Girl, I had 3 meetings with production companies about this potential TV show that's happening, honey. And I had an interview with the BBC. So, girl, she was busy. She was tired. She was trying to, do what she can for God and her country. Miss Danny Karani said, did you say partnering with Hulu? Yes, honey. I said that. She's coming up in the world, girl. So she was busy, booked and very busy. But girl, I'm tired. I was so tired. So with that said, and a lot of great enthusiasm around this. So I'm super excited about that. So, Lexi said, love the Bel Air jersey. Why he don't love me, man? You know that part of Fresh Prince of Bel Air? Okay. Okay, let me see what's going on here. Poison Ivy said, tu es beau. Merci beaucoup. Oh, that's maybe not for me. Circuit said, your hinge tip game changer. Thank you so much. So here's the thing, girls. If you're black in real life, you can't be black on these apps. No shade, but you might have to whiteface. Either say you're white, Asian, or keep it blank on all your dating apps. Just doing that alone will 2x, 3x your chances. You hear me? Yeah, you heard me. Yeah. It means that these dating apps are racist and that they will show you different men based on your race. So, girl, tell them you're white. I mean, my last name is White, so I tell them I'm white, honey. Upside Down said, I'm Afro-Latina, but the black and white photo was a game changer. Yes, honey. Also, one of your 6 pictures needs to be a black and white picture. The black and white pictures get about 103 or 107% more likes. So have a black and white picture as well. Okay? I'm putting you up on game. Now, this is the stuff that I only give my clients, honey. Right? And that's why they get in their guys, honey. So I'm giving you a lot of tea that a lot of these other dating coaches out here, they're not really telling you that tea. Okay? I want you to win. I want you to succeed. And guess what? You don't even have to pay me. Now for my clients, we're gonna go deep and do that healing work so that when they do get into the relationship, they're ready for it and they're not self-sabotaging and they're not picking fights and they're healed and they when they're in a safe relationship, they know how to maintain and manage it for years upon years. That's the value out of my program. Okay. All right. Let me see what the girls are talking about here. I love the fact that you guys are implementing what I'm saying because I want you all to win. Jenny said, thank you, coach. We love your content. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Can dating be done without a dating app? 100%. But I think the dating, I want you to be on online and offline. I want you to be everywhere. If you don't love online, just be there for 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. You want these men coming from everywhere. A lot of y'all might be tired of the apps because y'all are on them too much. Girl, 5 minutes a day. When you're getting your steps in, honey, because I know some of y'all are really aggro about your steps. All the way to 10,000 steps, squirrel. Yeah. Someone's asking me best apps. So when a client comes into my program, we have like a whole intro sheet that they fill out, so we get an understanding of who they are, and that's how we're recommending dating apps. So that's something that I do specifically with my clients. Because it really depends on your age, your race, your size, your tone, your personality, all of that. And that's why I've had so many people every week get into great relationships. Yeah. So, gonna have to get into my program if you want some of that. Any tips for us girls who grew up insecure of our dark skin and now still feel like it hurts us? Here's the thing. You're gonna need to open it up to the white guys, girl. Now, I'm not saying that they're some sort of savior, no savior complex T. What I'm saying is that there are certain, like, the white guys that love black women, girl, they love them dark, honey. And sometimes, like, some of the black guys that you might engage with might have, like, internal kind of self-hatred. And so all I'm saying is that you want to diversify. If I'm a darker skinned woman, this is how I would focus. This is how I would think about it. Yeah, the white man and the light skinned guys go crazy for the darker skinned women. But the thing about the light skinned guys is that, girl, we can't trust them. We can't trust them, girl. Toxic tea. If I'm a darker skinned woman, this is how I'm doing. This is how I'm checking for to get my guy. 30% black, 30% other, 40% white. That's how I'm thinking about my portfolio, the guys that I'm talking to, liking, and all of that. Yeah? You gotta diversify. It's gotta look like a United Colors of Benetton ad. Okay, let me see what y'all are talking about. I gotta get to these questions, honey. Kayla said, on the dating apps, if the first correspondence is asking you on a date, is that a red flag? No, just set a boundary, girl. I don't know you, dude. Stranger danger. Catch that. T said, are dating apps really the answer to meeting people? I really don't want to have to download them. I will say a good number of my clients find their guys on apps, but it's not the be-all, end-all. So you've got to make dating work for you. But if you're going to say, I don't like the apps, it means that you're going to need to be outside intentionally trying to meet men 2 to 3 times a week if you're serious about this. Because a lot of the girls are working from home and living from home. So if you don't like the apps and you want to date, you got to do something different. You got to be outside. If you don't have a tan, you're not outside enough. Okay? Carter says, Anwar, I want a man for the summer help. Here's the gag, girl. Here's what the guys are going to do. And I'm telling you this a couple of weeks ahead of time. Right before July 4th and right after July 4th, your exes are going to come back. And they're going to do this because, and you might be finding it now, because it's warmer, they're feeling frisky. They might have, hold on a second, and I have to charge this iPad, honey. They're feeling frisky. They want to see if you still about it, all of that. So make sure that you're blocking them. Honey, they think that just because it's Independence Day that they can come back into your life. Don't let them. Okay? Okay. June said, love you, Anwar. Thank you, girl. Brianna said, hope you had a great Father's Day. I did, honey, but I was exhausted by the end. Honey, I got 3 kids. I don't even know why I was celebrating Father's Day when y'all know I am a suburban mother of 3, honey. Someone said, Anwar, what is the first step you suggest to opening it up to other races if you love black, overweight, check-in luggage, and swag? Well, here's the gag. For the girls that are new here, when we talk about luggage, we're talking about the D. You have to understand that, number one, these black guys are not packing as much as they used to. So I know that we grew up thinking, oh my God, the BBC, girl, blah, blah, blah. Girl, a third of them are packing, a third of them are mid, and a third of them are small, girl. It is the food, it is the pollution, it's a variety of it's in the water, girl. So don't be hyper focused on that, honey. And if I'm lying, I'm dying, girls. Yeah, let me know, honey, in the chat, honey. Are they packing anymore? Someone said it's epidemic. Girl, it was a pandemic before the pandemic. It was a blamdemic, girl. Bladam. So the girls are like, I got to get with a black man. He's gonna D me down and blah, blah. Girl, no, he's not. Girl, lowercase. Yes, honey. And someone said functional issues. Yeah, girl. So we have this preconceived notion in our head that these men are going to protect us. Now, I'm going to say something that is a little bit controversial, but I think it's important to understand this. A lot of us think that black men are going to protect you, but no shade, they can't even protect themselves. So they're not, a lot of us are looking for men that are going to make us feel feminine. And your job is to do the work to be feminine, right? And so that's some of the work that I do with my clients. So, someone's clutching their pearls. But a lot of you are saying, yes, I'm right. And it's no shade. It's absolutely no shade, girl. But that's the experience that I'm hearing from the girls, and that was my experience before as married. So catch that T. That lowercase t. Vanessa said, Anwar, when I see you on the live, it makes me happy. Good. Good, 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 good. Okay, let me see what y'all are talking about. Quinn Sheba said, I'm a black woman in Colorado. The black men available are 0.008%. Girl, if you're in Colorado, girl, you should be skiing all day, every day. Snow days. Catch that. What's your take on European men? I mean, girl, when I tell you they're checking for y'all, like if you go to Europe, you are 10xing your chance of finding a husband. Honey, I'm married now, but girl, I'm taking my family to Germany and Italy, girl. I might get a second or third one. That's just how easy it is over there. You hear me? Let me see what else you all are asking. Melkia said, should I put a specific location on these dating apps to better the chances? Well, it depends where you're located, right? Jenny said, what about Irish men? Do they like black women? Girl, Irish people love black people, girl. The Irish are the blacks of the whites, girl. They're the blacks of the Europe, girl. Someone said, Anwar, should you reveal chronic illness to a potential during the dating phase? I would talk about that around date 3 or later on. Sid's Internet said, what do you think about matchmaking services? I think that they have a 5% success rate, and that's for the white girls. I know for sure that most of the matchmakers don't know how to match black women. That's why I'm trying to create a show to help women get matched. Alexa said, any tips for girls that like Indian nerdy men? One of the things you got to be careful about when it comes to APZ said, OMG, I've wasted my money on matchmaking. Sure have, girl. Someone said, check the question box. No, girl, I just checked the chat. One of the things that I think is important to when you're dating an Indian man is you have to understand that Indian individuals can be very racist. Hashtag caste system. That you can be the bombest black woman in the world, but some of the family just will not accept you because of your tone. That's number one. Number two, a lot of these Indian men are trying to replace their overbearing mothers that did everything for them. Indian men are quite spoiled. It's similar to Jewish men and Italian men. So don't think just because they have a similar tone to you that they're about it. That's why you don't really hear me talk a lot about Indian men. Yes, I've had some of my clients get with Indian men, but it's a hard road, girl. Joneezy said, 3 kids, where? I know, girl. Didn't I snap back, girl? Didn't I snap back, girl? Curves, girl. Curves. Someone said, I'm sick of dating in France. Girl, here's what I want you to do. If you're in France, put one app in London, put one app in Amsterdam. You're welcome. You'll be married in a year. Anissa said, what can we expect if we join your programs? So there's a lot of support in the program. So I have an online course of like 40 plus hours of content. I have, at least 30 plus worksheets for you to fill out and get even more clarity on the subjects that we need to focus on. We do a dating strategy audit. So online, we're gonna help you understand like what apps you should be on, what pictures you should use. We'll do a couple of editing rounds of your profile. I'm also gonna give you my proprietary strategy of how to work the app so that the apps don't work you. Offline will help you understand like what your flirt style is and how do you get in your main character energy and use that information to inform what sort of places you should go to meet men out in the wild. Because you can't just go to some random place, honey. So this is the work that we do in the program. We have 2 group coaching programs, 2 group coaching calls every week. So this is where I just came from on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. We also have a private Facebook group with around 250 Black and brown women that are doing the same work that you're doing. A very non-judgmental, safe, and supportive community. If you join the VIP program, you'll have one-on-one calls every week, personalized homework every week, and 24/7 direct access to me all day, every day for any questions that you may have. So that's what this support looks like in the program. Yeah. And thank you all so much for the 20,000 likes on TikTok. If anything that I'm saying is resonating with you, definitely tap, double tap, triple tap the screen. Alrighty? A said, do you believe in if it's real, it'll come back? Yes, except for if when you guys separated, it was abusive, then it shouldn't come back and you shouldn't let it come back. Brianna said that they have lower testosterone. Yeah, some of these Black men, part of it is culture and society. Like, we're just sitting around more. Part of it is Mary J use and like other things. So that's that. Oop, Jen Mills said, I work in urology. So small. Girl, she talking about those Black men, honey. I think I'll do a video about this, girl. The Black men already hate me, girl, because I always tell y'all to date everybody, and they think I'm saying don't date them. I'm just saying date everybody. So, Girl, what's a little bit more hate on top of how much they already hate me, girl? Thank you so much for this hat and mustache, CC. Gina, thank you so much for the 7 roses, girl. Trillness said, how to know if you're being too picky? Well, I guess the question is, just thinking about the apps, out of 100 profiles, how many do you swipe right on? Or like? Or heart? Nina said, all my dark-skinned women listen to him. I'm trying to tell you, girl. Don't listen to me, girl. Watch and observe Lupita, girl. She letting the girls know what the tea is. She's not playing any games. April the Great said, the broke ones be big, y'all. Good luck. Small money, big D. God is a ironic God. Yo No Nan said, you know nah? Okay. Cute name, girl. Can we do your program course just because, or is the dating program better for people who want marriage? I would do the program because there's additional coaching that happens, which is going to be very important for those that are going to be in a relationship. Everyone thinks that the dating part is the hardest part, but when the real work happens when you get into the relationship. As someone who sees at least 3 to 4 relationships every week, that's when the real work starts. Thank you so much for this cap, Cece. I appreciate it. Opinion on dating younger men. Most of my clients get with younger men, 3 to 6 years younger. So don't shade the younger men. I think a lot of women are programmed to think, oh, this guy has to be older than me. Not now, girl. Don't get with older guys unless you're like 27, 8, 29. Because most guys, when they're going through their second puberty around between the ages of 30 and 33, that's when they start to want to settle down a little bit more. Desi Dream said, I love the mother wound episode on your podcast. I'm the oldest and only daughter and was taught by my mother to put my brother's needs before my own. Now I know the key is to love myself. 100%. So in my more recent podcast episodes, we did an episode on Black mother wounds. So definitely check that out. The name of my podcast is called the Get Your Guy Coaching Podcast. I have a link in my bio, but anywhere that you listen to podcasts, you can check it out. Okay. Oh my God, thank you so much for this Beauty and the Beast rose, girl. Okay, let me see what's going on. Surya said, there's a white guy staring at me at work as it is a sensitive place, not sure what to do. Girl, when he stares, just give him one of these. You got to give him the green light so he can come over. And then what you can do, so that's step 1. Start to have more regular, first give him the green light. Then start to have more regular conversations at work. After you do that for a week, then you want to let him know, oh my God, we should have lunch sometime. And then let him figure out the lunch situation. And then when you're step 3 is having lunch with him off of the premises or campus. And then talk about personal things. And then before you know it, you guys will exchange phone numbers. Now, I'm not a huge fan of professional romances, but I can't lie when it's it's in the top 3 of how people meet their partners. So I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't kind of talk a little bit about this. Yeah. Someone said, where am I reading my questions? Girl, it's just here. There's a 5-minute delay. Someone asked about Jewish men. I'm not currently talking about Jewish men these days because, girl, anytime you talk about anything around that, girl, you get banned. So once things calm down, I'll give you all the tea on that. Esther said, how should I date in Quebec, Canada? Are you in Montreal, girl? If so, you want to date in the West Island. One Eno said, I'm a therapist and scared my clients will see me on dating apps. What are your thoughts? Girl, you're a human. If they do, they'll, guess what? You know what they'll do? They will relate to you more, and the imbalance of power that generally happens in those relationships will probably get a bit more equalized, and they'll probably be more open to be open with you because they'll be able to relate to you because you've humanized yourself. You just set the boundary and let them know that I don't date patients, and go from there. Nazira said, should I reactivate my dating profile now or wait till next month? Girl, I would do it now. One of the things that you need to understand is that this is high season for dating. That, like, honey, they're out. You need to snatch them up like Pokemon, both online and offline. A lot of the girls that are sitting this one out, good luck to you, girl. Good luck. So, a lot of people say they're not liking the apps. Here's the thing. A lot of women don't have strategies for apps. So let me know, do you have an online dating strategy? If so, give me a thumbs up. If not, give me a hashtag no strategy. Like, do you have step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4? Because this is what I teach in my program. Queen said, it was hard getting in the program. I was denied. Can you tell you why I'd be denied? It was probably based on your application. I'm seeing a lot of no strategies, ladies. A lot of no strategies. Let me offer something to you, and it is this. I'm pretty sure that you are strategic in every part of your life. So I think it is really telling that you don't have a dating strategy. I also think that a lot of women are programmed and conditioned not to have a strategy, and it keeps them disempowered in love and dating. And so one of the things that I do in my program is give my clients an amazing strategy so that they know exactly what to do every step of the way. Because most of the time, most of our parents, mothers specifically, don't really teach us how to date. Let me know in the chat, were you taught how to date by your mom? And don't be fast and don't get pregnant doesn't count. Yeah? Let me know. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of no's. So I'm saying this because I think it's important for us to understand that you guys are being very hard on yourselves and you were never taught how to do this. So I just want to give you all the grace and all the compassion. I always say it's like going to law school, but then you're expected to perform surgery. Make it make sense. Doesn't work like that. So, I see you. I hear you. This is why I do what I do, and this is why I give away so much. A lot of my free stuff is better than most people's paid stuff, honey. Yeah? So, I can tell you this. If you watch every video that I provide, and I have many on my YouTube, many on TikTok, many on IG, it'll get you basically there, honey. My program is really about doing more of the deeper work so that when you get there, when you get the guy, you know how to navigate the relationship. And you're coming from a more healed place. Okay. Jamila said, your free stuff is invaluable. Thank you, girl. Tamika said, are you successful with women of color over 50? 100%. It's really interesting. It's a very different experience. And that's why I'm doing a personal seminar for all of my clients that are 50 plus at the end of July so that I can help them even more. Yeah. MK said, my mom said, marry up or don't marry. I like that advice. I like that advice. And I want to offer something to you for the girls that are interracially dating. Don't date a white guy that's middle class. Because a white guy that's middle class, based on his privileges, is like dating a poor man. A white man has so many privileges, minimum, he has to be upper middle class. Check it, catch it. So we need to think about that because it's not just about getting any old white man. Middle class white man is like any other poor man. I'm gonna start doing this every time I'm spilling tea, honey. Someone said, what about the brown boys? What are you talking about? Indian men? Girl, the average salary for Indian Americans is $100K. Perhaps said any clients in South Florida. Yeah, but here's the thing. Florida, Texas, California, it's gonna take twice as long to find your person. No shade. No shade, honey. No shade. Yeah. Someone said, do I coach single mom? Girl, 25% of my clients are single moms. Jamila said, how do I learn more about your 50 plus program? I don't have a specific program for 50 plus. They all are in my normal programs, but I do special seminars for different lived experiences within my program. So I wanted to share that tea because no shade, a lot of the girls are like, I got a white man, but girl, no shade, he's making 35, 40K, which relatively speaking, the average for a white man in the US is 60K. He's underperforming. He's giving D plus with a C average. Average salary for black men around 40, 45K. White men 60K. Asian Americans 100K. Yeah, girl, D plus. People are saying mind blown. It's census tea, girl. You know, I was a statistics undergrad major, so I'm looking at these things both quantitatively and qualitatively. I know, girl. That Dana Game said, shots fired, hashtag middle class white man. Girl, I don't know. I don't know about them. Alejandra said, I follow a female dating coach who's all about empowering women to ask out the guy and make moves. And you know what happens when you do that? You start how you finish. So you start in your masculine and you will attract more feminine, energetic men. Guys that are in their true masculine will want to pursue and will want to do for you. Now, I think it's important to give them the green light to start conversations, but I would never say to ask a man out. You know, there's a lot of different advice out there. And one of the things that I would just offer is you want to focus on 2 or 3 people that you trust and kind of ignore everyone else. If you don't, you're going to have all of these voices and it's going to actually confuse you more than if you weren't even on social media. Girl, asking out a man. Honey, they'll say anything up in here, honey. I wouldn't do it. If you're asking out a man, what are they doing? You literally, for a man to fall in love with you, he has to do for you. That is the thing that increases his testosterone and other bonding hormones. So when you take that away from him, the depth of your relationship becomes shallower and shallower. Tamika said, how do I get into your program? You'll need to go to the link in my bio and book a consultation. It's not just, oh, I want to get into the program. Let me just give you my money. We're going to have a conversation and see if it's a good fit first and foremost. You'd be surprised, but I don't take everyone because not everyone's ready. So book a consultation call and we'll see if it's a good fit. You know, Nancy Anwar has this down to a science. Girl, it's science, it's math, it's art. Girl, it's all the subjects that you didn't like in school. View Design says, how can we book a call with you? Go to the link in my bio and fill out the application. Okay? Someone said, why is it longer to find your man in Florida? If you live in Florida, you already know the answer to that, girl. It's its own country, girl. It's the market. There's not a big middle class in Florida. And there's an interesting demographic, right? Especially in southern Florida, girl, the Cubans run that mess. And the Cubans, if you're a black girl, they're not really checking for you. They thought they left you in Cuba, honey. No shade. And I'm just keeping it real. Fab said, I'm rocking with Anwar. Well, I'm rocking with y'all. Nia said, how do you feel about dating professional athletes? I wouldn't recommend it. If my sister was doing it, I would tell her to run the other way. I would never date a professional athlete. That's why I would tell Simone Biles to stop dating that man. Oh, they're married now, huh? The thing about athletes, as someone who used to be one, you guys don't catch it, but like I'm 6'2", 6'3", played significant basketball and tennis growing up. When you're an athlete, you've always had attention. You've had the attention of everyone. And so athletes will only expect them to be number one in the relationship. So that makes you number 2. So you're a second-class citizen in your own relationship. And a lot of athletes, they will put their ambition number 1, themselves number 2, and their mothers number 3. You're not even on the podium, girl. You're not even in medal contention. What do you hear when every guy gets drafted? I'm gonna buy my mama a house. Because their mom is preferred. Right? Am I lying? The girls think, oh my God, I got a man who has money and he'll fly me out. Girl, he's flying 5 to 8 other women out. And I just think it's a bit dangerous. They will cheat because professional athletes are about improving more, better, more efficient, all of that. So many people, and this is the same for like artists and athletes and all of that, they'll always want to make you better. And they probably won't think that you're enough because they're always trying to figure out how to make themselves better, so they expect you to be better all the time. And that's why they cheat. They're going to get tired of you because you're not better. They want something new. And they need to feed their ego. Like, the thing about athletes is the way that they're successful is because of their testosterone. So they're going to find new and different ways to increase their testosterone in their lived experiences. So that's why I would never say date a professional athlete. But Soul Alkaline said, I don't think Steph Curry is a cheater. Well, quiet as it's kept, I heard that they've opened up their marriage. Again, testosterone. They need more. Anyway, so I'm gonna move on. Pretty Girl Pattern said, do athletes or military men ever evolve? I haven't seen it, but I don't know each and every one of them. Especially the military men. Girl, the PTSD doesn't just like disappear. Yeah. Okay, let me see. Someone said I'm giving Sporty Spice. I know that's right. Okay, let me catch up. Well, I'm trying to catch up with everybody that said anything. Yes, honey. Someone say Am wears tall boots. And girl, book a consultation call if you want to work with me and like do this deeper work. Yeah. Someone said advice for dating in Hawaii for Black women. Girl, the research says that Hawaii is one of the more favorable states that you want to date in as a Black woman. So girl, date everybody. A lot of the Black women are just trying to date like the Black military guys. Don't do that, girl. Because those guys are dating the local Hawaii women. Yeah. Girl, date everybody. Esme said, what are some real signs a man isn't into you? If you don't hear from him for more than 3 days or 3 days or more, he's not into you. If he tells you that he's busy, he's not into you. If he's not setting up dates at least once a week, he's not into you. It's less about what he says and more about what he does. But there are things that he says that will give you a sense of that he's not into you. If he is texting you in the nighttime, messaging you in the night times and on the weekends and just wants to see you during those times, he's probably not into you. I hope that's helpful. Yeah, Redbone Robertson said athletes are spoiled. They are. They are. Okay, let me see what the questions are up here. Oh my gosh. Ashley said, do men want to talk every night? Most men don't want to talk every night, but if a guy is really into you, one of the things that I've noticed is that he'll want to talk to you after work. You'll want to be the first person that he tells his day about, right? So when that happens, when you're getting calls at 5:30, 6 p.m., that's when I'm like, when my clients get that, I was like, okay, y'all probably going to be exclusive in the next couple of weeks. Nighttime calls, good morning texts don't mean anything to me. That doesn't mean anything generally. Most of the guys that are calling you in the nighttime every night oftentimes are kind of using you for either attention or emotional support. Right? You'll have to observe and notice the nature of the calls. Is he just talking about his life and what's going on with him, or is he asking you about your life and asking you supporting questions based on what you say? Check that. Because a lot of girls are just be happy with a call from a guy and not realize that you've been literally playing Oprah or his therapist for each and every call that you're having. So, that's that on that. Danny said, taking a bath and listening to you. Oh, girl, so romantic. Moshe said, my cousin plays ball and you just clocked him. I guess so. Let me see what else is going on. Victoria, thank you so much for the rose. Someone asked about sister wives. What you will notice in a lot of bigger cities, and this is especially true for Black women, is that because of the gender ratio gap, there are going to be a lot of Black men that are going to go poly. Because there are so many Black women to Black men ratio that they can do it. Right? So like Atlanta, DC, there's a huge Black man poly movement. Because you got 5, 6, 8 women chasing after one man. So I don't have a certain way about sister wives. If that's what you want to do, by all means, rock out. I would just say don't do it based on desperation. Do it based on, because that is a lifestyle that you want to live and that feels good and natural for you. And you don't feel like you're settling. Monette said, even if the athlete is retired, a lot of the times that the retired athletes are the worst. Hashtag OJ. Because they are trying to relive all of the glory that they once had. right? So they're always trying to chase that because they lose their identity once they retire. So they don't know who the hell they are. So they're trying to grasp onto who they once were. So they will use other women to do that and use their previous status. Olivia said, Curry has several girlfriends. I mean, the gag is that when I lived in the Bay Area, the Currys and I had the same kid doctor. Okay. Let's see what else is going on, ladies. I'm gonna go to bed soon because I've been really tired, and but I wanted to come on here because I know I haven't been on here in like a week's time, and I try to come on at least twice a week, but I'm trying to move this business along, trying to get this TV show, honey, and it wore me out last week. Someone said, not the pediatrician spilling tea. The pediatrician's not spilling tea. She's amazing. She's like the best in the Bay Area. And she's black, so that was important for me. Okay. Larissa, thank you so much for the rose. Love Life said, a pickleball coach said I should consider Ari. I smiled at Ari a couple of times. He was awkward. Here's what I want y'all to do. Let these people kind of set you up. If you have a coach, if you go to the same bar, let the bartender set you up, honey. Yeah. MK said, always invaluable information. Thanks, Anwar. You're welcome. You're welcome. TSLB, did he answer the question about dating shorter? What was the question exactly? You'll have to forgive me. I have almost 200 people in IG and around 1,000 people in TikTok. What was the question about shorter? Don't shade the shorter men, honey. I know y'all think like, oh my God, I need a tall man to make me feel feminine, girl. A lot of these tall men are not packing, number one. Number two, they're going to die early, which means you're going to have to take care of them. There are no tall 70-year-old men. Tall is overrated. Someone said, when you get your show, don't forget about us. I won't. And I won't forget about my clients either. My clients and my family are number one right now. Get into that shorter guy, girl. The shorter men are going to work for you because they know that they're shorter. So they're going to overcompensate by working for you. The Shepherd's Cottage said, you are the best, Anwar. I've loved this so much. Good, girl. I love that. I love that. Let me see what y'all are talking about. Kayla said, yeah, the ratio is crazy. The gender ratio gap, 100%. Megan, thank you so much for the 3 roses. Heir apparent, I think that's very good advice. Thank you, girl. Ario said, silent treatment after communicating my feelings and not acknowledging my feelings. Out. Out. Silent treatment is manipulative and abusive. It's like a number one thing that a narcissist will do. Um, Love Courtney said Ghanaian men question mark. Ghanaian men over Nigerian men. I will say that. Someone asked, is once a cheater, always a cheater true? Most cheaters are cheating because they're really unhappy with their life currently, right? And so they are trying to regain control and agency, and they're cheating and to make themselves feel good. Now, depending on the work that they do, they they might not feel like they need to cheat anymore if they feel like their life is in order. The Live Well doc said Nigerian men will ruin your life. Well, I will let you all speak on that because many of you guys have experiences with them. I talked about Nigerian men earlier this year, and I had almost an entire country hexing me, girl. Someone said Anwar's face says it all. Sugar said, any advice for the plus size, dark skinned black women in LA besides move? White, 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 wide radius. You girl, don't date in LA. You're gonna have to date outside of LA. You're gonna have to go to like Palmdale, girl. Yeah, honey, pray that off me, London. All the hexes. I had my grandmother pray over me, girl. After she did that, I knew I was good. I didn't have to worry about it anymore. Peach milkshake. Since we shouldn't ask a guy out, can you give examples of green lights for work situations? Well, I did talk about it, right? Smiling, saying, hey, how's it going today? Right? Being in similar areas, in similar groups, having conversations, water cooler break talk, coffee break talk. Once that happens for a couple of weeks, you can start to shift it to going and having lunch together, things like that. It's Khalees said, not me sitting here in Palmdale. Catch a girl. Someone said, not Palmdale. Nothing worth finding there. That was an example, meaning something that's out and about. Love Courtney said, grandmother's prayers are why we are here in the first place. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Navia said, Anwar, will you suggest a woman dating a guy she's not 100% attracted to? What I generally say is, like, you want to give it a few weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. And if the attraction starts to grow, great. Because generally in those first 2 to 3 weeks, if it's meant to be, it will grow. You'll have deeper emotional, intellectual, and potential physical connection. But if you find yourself not growing, you gotta let it go. Someone said it's hard in Phoenix to date. Phoenix is like the 5th hardest city to date in. Lissy said, where are you from? So I'm originally from LA, and then I currently live in Montreal, Canada with my partner and our 3 kids. Point Period said, Anwar, have a Nigerian hurt you before? There are good and bad men everywhere. I did have one Nigerian in Germany when I was living there, and he hurt me, but all in such a great way. But these are the experiences of my clients as a dating coach for 14 years, right? So I have quite a bit of data points here. Poison Ivy said, he hurt you in what way? In such a good way. I mean, girl. It was like this. And let me tell you something. He took me all the way to the motherland and then brought me back to Germany. All in one night. All in one night. I had, there are some men that you have to like prepare for. Maybe some of you girls don't know about that. That's okay. There are some men that you're going to have to prepare for, girl. Someone said, I don't know about that. Okay, girl. For my celibate and my abstinent girls, I'm going to share a bit of tea, honey. Some men you will have to prepare for. I had to prepare for him. It was like a test, honey. I had to study. I had to prepare to get that A. Because mama didn't raise no deadbeat. Straight A student here, honey. In all of my life. Yes, honey. Quinn said, those who know. Did I recover? Well, I was walking like I was in the Thriller music video the next day. But yeah, I recovered. Dun dun. Dun dun. Oh gosh. Oh. I would do this whole mother effing video right now. Don't test me, girl. Don't test me, honey. Darling said I live for these lives. Everyone calls my laugh rich. You know what this laugh comes from? Because I went to boarding school, girl. And this is how all my friends' dads, this is how they laughed. Jenny said, Coach, this is why we love you. Girl, get into it. Someone said that's called the Nigerian tick. Girl. Honey, those ticks will give you Lyme disease. Catch that. Uh-oh, Krista said, got that Dominican tonight. I sure do, honey. I sure do. Don't you know it, honey? I never leave home without my Dominican. Never. Gotta make sure my white husband, honey, doesn't come in. Because he'll snatch me off this live, girl. When I start acting out too much, girl, he'll just snatch me up. Big Draco, do you ever have clients in South Carolina? I have about 3 clients in South Carolina now. Yes, honey, my white husband does not play about me. He surely does not. Here's the thing about relationships. You have to find the yin to your yang. If you're wild and crazy, you need someone that's super chill. You got to figure out, are you the chill one or are you the crazy one? That's it. Someone said, as he shouldn't. Nicole said, your husband needs to come get you. Why, girl? Why? Someone said, I'm both. No, girl. Choose one. Do you ever have clients in Alabama? I have one right now. And she's about to get into a relationship. So, you need someone that's chill. So, if you're crazy, you probably need like someone who works with his hands, like an engineer. Someone who's not trying to do too much. Someone in IT, things like that. Someone that's going to give you space to get out all your crazy. I'm telling you this because I know I got a little crazy in me. Y'all see this when the clock strikes close to 12, honey. The quiet girls. That's right, only room for 1 star. If you're a quiet girl, one of the things that you're going to have to get into, you're going to want someone like a lawyer. Someone said I tried with a Nigerian engineer, but I think he's gay. No, girl, he's probably just weird. He's probably just weird. Like, a lot of Nigerian men just are not gay. Trust. A lot of them are not. Even the ones that were, I would never clock it. Ghanaians, on the other hand, girl. Ghanaians. Thoughts on dating a doctor? I wouldn't do it. Nabia said Ghanaian men have fat asses. Girl, you're gay. Girl, go to bed. Nivea doll girl, stop. Tiffany said thinking of jumping over to Korean men. Girl, you're gonna jump right over them. That's how small they are. Real tea. This is like hard. BTS, more like no sex. You hear me? Cute faces. That's it. Japanese is a little bigger. What, girl? Dania said I dated a Korean, and yes, confirmed. If you want to get with a Korean man, just tell me you're a lesbian. It's Pride Month. I support you. I'm an ally. I don't have any rainbow things here. Samoans too? Yes, Samoans. People are giving me all of these Asian countries. Thai, Laotian. It's all the same, girl. You trying to find a needle in a haystack in Asia. Girl, they're all small little sewing needles. All of them, each and every one of them. The only people that are packing in Asia are those 7 feet Chinese basketball players. Yao Ming, that's that tea. Anything else? I don't see it. Blind. Stevie Wonder to it. Sunflower said, you have me crying with laughter every time. Why, girl? Nikki Luck said, my Korean was long but skinny. Sounds like a Squid Game to me, honey. Oh, Yes, honey. Yes, Squid Game, honey. Squid Game tea. Anyway, honey, these men, honey, I'm over them. They not really hitting the walls like they used to. And it's sad. I feel sorry for you ladies because these men really aren't doing it. But you know what? There is a loneliness epidemic. So these men are not having the experiences that they used to. So like they're watching corn with a P and then but they don't have any practice in it. So when they get into the game, they're nervous. They don't know how to score. So it's sad. And then because they've been their diets and watching that corn all the time, um, they doing a lot of self stuff. And then when they get older, girl, it's all gone. No gas. Broken. Bone apple teeth. They're not nervous. They just don't care about a woman's pleasure. So here's what I want to offer to you. A lot of times if you let's say you get into an exclusive relationship, because one of the things that I recommend is don't be intimate until you're in an exclusive relationship. But a lot of what will happen is that the first or the second time oftentimes isn't really good because the guys are in their head and they put a lot of pressure on themselves. So I always tell my clients like the first time might not be good, but if you're still having issues like the third, fourth, fifth time, then it's something that we're gonna have to maneuver around and figure out. Yeah. So anyway, okay. All right, loves. I hope this was helpful. If you want to work with me professionally, this is like semi-professional, semi-messy. Um, book a consultation call. The link is in my bio. I thank you for being here, and I hope that you learned something. I also hope that you laughed and it lifted your spirit, because part of what I try to bring to these lives is some lightness and some fun around dating, because I know that it can be very serious and it can be very triggering and very traumatic, both in the dating world, but also like listening to all of these people talking about what you're doing wrong and how it all sucks and blah, 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 blah. And it gets to be fun too. Okay? So, that's what I do when I'm here. Please understand, I'm very much a professional. Don't get me wrong. But I also like to kiki and have fun, because that's what makes dating, that's what keeps you into the game, right? It's got to be fun for you. You got to be able to talk your ish and flirt and banter and all of that. Okay? All right, loves. Be well. Thank you all so much for the roses and all the icons and everything like that. I truly appreciate it. I will talk with you soon. I am going to be on vacation for the next couple of weeks, so I probably won't be on live too much. I'll try to do it this weekend. I'll be in Chicago this weekend, meeting up with my Chicago and Midwest clients. So if you're in Chicago, you might see me walking around. I'm going to the WNBA game, and I'll be up and down downtown. So be well, and I will talk with you soon. Bye-bye.